Hello, my name is Jonathan Perez Castañeda, and I'm here to present my final project for King 4000. First question is, how can I help the world after college? Well, the world we live in today, as we all know, is starting to become very cold, and it almost seems deprived of love and happiness at times. And I've always been a fairly happy person, and I've always been very loving to those that I love, those that I care about, and also those that I've just met. And I want to bring upon to this world, however small or big it may be, that type of happiness and love through my education as to be a marketer, and through my job and through business. And how will I do that? Well, I can make an advertisement, let's say, have a very happy view to it, have a happy aspect of it, and when somebody sees that, they could pass it on to the next person, and hopefully it could spread like that and reach thousands of people. But I mean, that's what I want to do through marketing, through my vocational standpoint. That's what I want to do, is bring happiness, however little it may be, to the world that we live in today. Now, problems and issues facing this plan of mine is first and foremost looking for a job. We all know there's there's not that many jobs out there when there's a lot of people looking for jobs. So looking for a job in my field and being able to have that leeway with whoever I'm working for, it's going to be hard. And I understand that. And this picture up here in the top shows it. It speaks for itself. Down here, this photo I chose also. I might have this job, but I could have an idea like he has right here, and it gets shot down by every one of my superiors. And that's a challenge that I have to go through if I want to bring an advertisement to the world, or bring a way of marketing to the world that I think will help better the world and make everyone happy around me. It could get shot down, and then I would have to go back to the drawing board. So that's a problem I could face. And also competition within my job or within the industry to bring out the best advertisement that they can use to hopefully sell as many products as they can. So that's a big time issue. How to combat this? Well, first and foremost, I need to stay focused. Need to stay focused on my task at hand. I can't just let any slight thing that's going wrong affect me. Then, fight through the hard times. That's a big one. Fight through the hard times. There's going to be hard times in this world. We all know that everything is not set in stone and everything is not a cakewalk. So, always fight through the hard times. Stick to my plans. If I have a plan, I need to stick to it. I can't just forget about the plan if it goes wrong. And lastly, never give up. And I put a picture up here because that's, to me, the most important. Never give up on my dream. Never give up on what I think is right. And those are the ways that I think I'll combat that. 3 transformative experiences in college. Well, first, living alone without my parents. That was a huge one. I've been pretty close to my parents, and since growing up, I have had great parents. And living alone was an eye-opener. I've never just had to do everything by myself. I've never really had to cook for myself or wash my own clothes. So living alone has been a big deal, and helping me grow up as a young man, and be able to not need my parents as much and be able to do my own things once I'm outside of college. Playing baseball under Coach Brown and Coach Howard, these two gentlemen have affected my life in such a great way. They have taught me so many things about life and so many things about what I want to do later on, and how to be as a human being and how to be as a young man. And they have really helped me and carved a way in me to do what I need to do in this life. And getting injured in the middle of the season, getting injured. I've never really had a big time injury like that. I messed up my hamstring. So getting injured really helped me see that I need to not give up on what I want to do, and work even harder to come back if something bad happens, and do what I need to do to go back to my dreams and achieve what I want. Interviews. Other 2 interviewees that I interviewed were Octavio Mirabal, who is a roommate of mine, and as for my professor, Cody Boring. Octavio Mirabal. Octavio says what he thinks is a meaningful life is when one has no regrets in life, having your kids well off, and being at peace with God. He says that you should never regret anything you do in life. You should, if you do something, it's either for a reason or for a good that's going to come on later. And having your kids well off, he thinks that in life each parent should have their kids feel better than they did growing up, which I completely agree with. And being at peace with God, that's a big one. Having a peace with God and being able to have that strength spiritually. Cody Boring says what he thinks makes for a meaningful life is when you have lived a life of happiness and fulfilled what you wanted to do in life. Because we only have one life to live, so why not go do everything you want to do in life? He also goes on to state about the relationship with God, and he feels and feel His love within you. And I completely agree with every single one of these statements. You should always go and try to fulfill everything you had set off to do in life. As for myself, my thoughts, I feel what makes a meaningful life is whatever we have in front of us, whatever we want to achieve, we should always give 100% and never look back. We should not think about later on as we are dying later on in life. We should never think, man, why didn't I give 100% in this? We only have one life to live. We need to go out and do everything we possibly can to achieve what we want. Now, if God doesn't have that in our plans, that's fine, but we can't say that we didn't give everything we have. I also think that having the best spiritual relationship to God that we can have is extremely important to a meaningful life. And another important fact, I think making a difference in someone's life somehow, whether it's thousands of people or just your neighbor, making a difference in someone's life is key to bringing this world to a better place and having a meaningful life and meaning something to somebody else. So that's what I have. So thank you for everything. Thank you for a great year, and hopefully you enjoyed my presentation.